I'm in Shenzhen, the epicenter of China's economic revolution, to see how the affluent middle classes are embracing, of all things, a Scottish private school education. This is just so strange. Merchiston International School. It even sounds odd hearing that word, Merchiston, here. The famous Edinburgh Merchiston Castle has chosen China to be the location for their first ever overseas school. Tartan carpet. And the first international Scottish school anywhere in the world. Some size. How are you? Nice to meet you. Merchiston have partnered with Chinese multi-millionaire Mr. Liu to open their Shenzhen school and potentially more across China. Why build a Scottish school in China?
因为Merchiston Castle School 呢，也是既是苏格兰的一所非常有名的学校，同时也代表了英国教育的一个高的水平。因为我的孩子在12年在城堡学校学习了4年，那么他的学习使我感受到了一个孩子的成长和变化，对英式教育对中国孩子的这种重要性。
This can't be cheap. This must take a lot of money to make this happen.
我们整个学校的投入大约是2亿人民币。
It's an open day for prospective parents and pupils, and judging by the handbags, they've an eye for a Western brand, and they're here to buy into another one, Merchiston.
So what do you play?
I play piano.
Oh, well, can you see what kind of piano that is?
Yeah.
Steinway. Have a go. Any song you want. Any song. Yeah.
It is interesting, the Harry Potter books are around, the classic reimagining of public school, boarding school for the 21st century. You know, what kid that's read the Harry Potter books doesn't want to go to boarding school? It's just a transplanting of classic ideas into this Chinese city. But this school has deviated from tradition. Unlike its Edinburgh original, Merchiston Shenzhen will be all-inclusive, taking both boys and girls.
You're going to leave now, I believe, with your group and to take the tour around the school. Please stay with your guide, ask any questions you want at all.
The top fees to educate your child here will set a parent back around £35,000, almost 4 times the average annual Chinese wage. How is it going? This is a big day.
It's going very good. We have a lot of parents here today. We have about 50 parents and children with us today.
Are these children definitely coming here, or are they here kind of shopping around?
90% of them are already signed up, but seeing the school for the first time.
I see.
Some of our parents have came and seen the school on their own without the children. It's been a midweek tour for them. Today it's a weekend, so they've been able to bring their children with them.
Okay. Could I talk to some of them?
You absolutely can. Let me see.
So who's this lady?
This is Professor Zhang Xianghu. She is from
Hello.
Shenzhen University.
Shenzhen University. Yeah. My son is 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's doing pretty good in public schools, but still this school has a vision. Yeah. And its purpose is to educate and to inspire young people.
What's your business?
I work for UBS, so I'm doing financial services. I'm currently in the asset management arms of UBS Bank here. For me, I don't really need my son to be the very best one, to be the top talented one. All I want is for his school time, he can be happy. He has been living with Chinese people like me and my parents, etc. He really needs that kind of exposure to a diverse and different culture background. I think that spirit and sense kind of embedded into this school, that actually very satisfies me.
How are you?
Good.
Pleased to meet you. Are you going to come to this school?
Yeah.
What do you think will be good about coming here?
School is very good and there's a big library.
Do you like to read?
Yeah.
You like books?
Yeah.
I thought it was genuinely moving, the dad that I spoke to, that said that all he wanted really was for his little boy to be happy?
We see quite in here in Shenzhen a generation of parents who perhaps have went to school in Chinese system and then have went overseas for university, worked overseas and then come back to Shenzhen and then realise that there's other options for their children. So when they say to you that, oh, we just want our children to be happy, a lot of them say that whilst they were at school, it was a lot of pressure for them. So when we tell stories of when we were at school, all the things that we used to do at school, you know, discos and bus trips and all these things that we used to do at school, they're like, oh, it was just pressure for me. You know, and my memories of childhood was quite unhappy. They see our history of school in Merchiston and they see the ethos of, again, happy children. It comes happiness first and then comes results and then they can see the future. But then we often get parents who will say, my child is 5, will your school prepare them for Oxford? I'm like, let's get them to school first and then let's just see how that goes.
Scotland's education system clearly has an appeal. The Chinese make up the largest number of foreign pupils in our boarding schools and universities. But I want to ask head teacher Chris if he's had to make compromises in establishing Merchiston here in Shenzhen.
This is the school library.
Oh, right.
We're on 2 levels.
Uh-huh.
Seniors, juniors.
Okay.
It will be filled with books, of course, and technology.
Reading proper books.
Proper books.
What is the curriculum then? I mean, the first thing that jumps to my mind is, you know, for example, history. What do Chinese parents expect their children to get in a history class?
It will be Chinese history and, of course, aspects of global and world history as well. Understanding that wherever that international school is, they need to respect the local culture, customs, history, language and the mores of the country.
Was that name boards around the wall as well?
Yes.
How can there be name boards when you don't have any pupils yet?
We've taken these actually from Merchiston in Edinburgh. Partly it's a marketing gimmick, but also to start our tradition. We are going to be picking up traditions from Merchiston in Edinburgh and we're going to be using those in our school here.
It's so odd to come up those stairs and even just to see the name, Merchiston. Why?
Yeah. What schools like Merchiston International School are bringing to the mix is a focus on the pastoral care. What we will be giving them is a broad, more global education than they will be receiving in their local schools.
我给他介绍一下，不用，对吗？ I think you can come live with us too, right? When you're 8,
I don't have
7?
to.
Bye bye. 我给你微信吧，然后给你说 OK， 拜拜，拜拜。